Had a girl try to go out with me so she could pass her class. Sophomore year of college, I think everyone has had a class in their academic career, guy or girl, where the class roster or the algorithm that they make that with just blesses you. And I was blessed in this public speaking class, which was literally the easiest class I've ever taken. There was a bunch of hot chicks in this class. It was a class of like 15. There was 2 guys and 13 hot chicks. And I'm talking smoking hot chicks. I was like, "Thank you, God. You really have blessed me in this class today. Like this is going to be one of the best classes of my semester because not only were there a bunch of hot chicks in there, it was a class that you had to pay 0 attention in because all the teacher and the whole class was trying to do was teach you how to talk smoothly. That was it. It was the easiest class in the world. I have never taken more of a joke class in my life. Obviously, I'm just trying to capitalize on my opportunity here. I'm getting to know all these chicks. This is amazing. One of the hottest chicks in the class misses class one day and then slides in my Instagram DMs. "Hey, what did I miss in class today?" From my perspective, I'm like, she has 2 friends that she took the class with. She could have just emailed the teacher. There was no reason for her to DM me unless she wanted to DM me. So I type back thinking I'm all cool and shit. Me and my roommate are talking about it. He's hyping me up. I'm like, "Hey, watch this, watch this." And, "Hey, you ain't got to slide in my DMs. Just text me." And I send my phone number. And she's like, "LOL, how else was I supposed to get in contact with you?" And I'm like, yeah. Sure. So she takes my phone number. We exchange a couple DMs. Then we start texting and Snapchatting over the next couple days. I'm in my sophomore year of college. I think I know how to talk to chicks. So I'm like, just play it cool. I ain't going to snap her or text her a bunch. I'm going to let her come to me type shit. I'd occasionally see her out. She would occasionally Snapchat me, and we would text back and forth here and there. So I'm thinking like, oh man, this chick's into me. I'm going to have her chasing me. I had this whole game plan with my roommate about the whole thing. She finally one day reaches out and says, "Hey, how about we get together at the student union and work on our next project for class?" So I'm like, oh shit, a little study date, like straight up said that. And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, all right. I'm cool with that. I'm not good at like opening myself up to people on the first encounter. Like I got to make sure that I feel like you're a decent human being. And especially with a chick, I got to make sure that we're on the same wavelength, that I'm going to be able to be myself around you without you getting offended or upset and all that type of shit. So we meet in the student union at BG. She buys me lunch and I'm like, damn, this chick must really be into me. She be out here buying me food. Like, this is awesome. We go upstairs and we're talking for a little bit. During conversation, I was being very flirtatious, like making it very clear. And she kept trying to like bring it back to, let's focus on the work. Let's focus on the work. I'm like, oh, okay. This girl takes her academics seriously. I suppose I can respect that, even though this class is like the easiest class ever. Because that was the whole thing. From the very first DM, I'm like, there ain't no way this chick is DMing me about the easiest class in the world. It was such an easy class. I can't emphasize that enough. So when she DM'd me about academics for this class, I'm like, there is no way in hell, especially when she had friends in the class, there's no way in hell she needed my help with anything related to this class. And the reason I'm bringing that back up, fast forward to our study date, and I'm thinking this chick's dummy into me. She bought me food, super studious, so like she's checking all these boxes in my head. I think I'm spitting game, right? So I'm finally like, do you want to do something like besides academics after this? You know what I'm saying? Can we hang out outside of schoolwork stuff? And then she goes, we can hang out like that if you help me pass this class. I'm like, what? Excuse me? And she's like, I just need you to help me pass this class. And maybe we can hang out afterwards. And I was like, what the fuck? You want me to help you with your academics and then maybe we can hang out after this? So I'm only here now so you can pass this stupid class that is so easy? Yeah, no, that ain't gonna fly for me. She's like, I just need your help with this class. I literally shut my laptop. I was like, no. There's 12 other hot chicks in that class I could be talking to. I thought you hit me up. I'm out of here. I packed up my shit, took my food with me, and I left. And she was pissed. But I was like, you're not going to use me for my brain, sweetheart. That ain't how this is working. I thought that we didn't even care about the class. I thought you were just trying to flirt with me and get to know me. Maybe we were going to hang out, maybe date here and there. You know, like how no guy will ever admit this, but like you start to think ahead a little bit. Like, man, I can see this chick fit into my life pretty nice, especially when you're talking to. So I was like, Hell no, I'm out of here. You're not using me for my academics. This is ridiculous. I felt like Leo in The Wolf of Wall Street when he kisses his wife's great aunt or whatever.
Is she fucking hitting on me?
He thinks one thing.
Release the tension.
She is hitting on me. Holy shit.
She's like, you're on drugs.
Yeah. We all just need to learn to do what comes naturally in life, you know?
Is he fucking hitting on me?
That's how I felt. I'm like, damn, how did I miss all that? Because then I looked back at every time that we hung out or that she hit me up, it was only about class stuff. And I'm like, you freaking dumbass. Like, sure, I'd occasionally see her out at the bars and stuff, and she, we'd flirt back and forth a little bit. But outside of just normal social encounter, it was all academic related. So I was like, you ain't using me for my brains, girl. I'm out of here. I'm sorry I'm smart. Sorry I'm good at talking. Have a nice day. Goodbye. Delete my number. And I found out that she was into black guys. So it was a waste of my time at the beginning. And then they didn't erase this thing. It's just a reality. If she's into black guys, Slim Shady ain't got a chance in hell. And she was a DG, dumb girl. Let me tell you. Speech class, not to be rude, but come on. Like, all we had to do was talk. It was the easiest class in the world, honest to God. But with that being said, I think that was an important lesson for me at an early stage in college. Sophomore year was actually the last year that I really did that too much in my life. Was I would chase chicks that I felt like fit me. Like, oh, she's athletic or attractive or smart or whatever I found interesting about a girl, and I would chase too hard. I'm not saying don't pursue a female that you're interested in. You have to recognize as a guy, like, hey, I bring something of value to the table too. And I need to be myself when I meet these women because I don't want to chase something that doesn't belong in my life or is a bad fit for me, or we're not compatible, whatever the terminology is that you want to use. You need to find the woman that loves you for who you are, appreciates you, and treats you like the catch that you are, because we're all a catch. That's the thing that everybody seems to forget. It's like, we're all a catch. All those rejections and bad relationships and all the negative things that happen between guys and girls from an interaction standpoint, that's all a test for us to realize, do we still value ourselves? Do we have the patience to wait for something worthwhile? Because when you find the right person, not that there's not work involved in the relationship, but it's not forced. There's a natural connection there. I'm not saying that you don't have to pursue that interest a little bit, but overall, as far as you two connecting and getting along and just getting to know each other and that developing into a relationship and possibly something else, I believe when it's the right person and you're being yourself in those situations, there's a natural flow and attraction to it that's just, it's easy. It's simple. It's not forced. And I'm not saying that that only happens with one person. I've had a couple girls that I had great vibes with, but it just didn't work out as we grew a little bit more. So I don't believe that you only ever fall in love with one person. I do believe that there is a love of your life that will never compare to the rest, so to speak. But I hope that most people find that at the end of their journey of growth, not the beginning. Or if you find that person, you get to grow together along the way. So maybe that's a little corny, maybe that's a little cheesy, but I do believe in true love and finding the one, so to speak, in your life, because that's something of value. And I think that's someone who you can truly be yourself around. And it's something that I can't wait to have one day. And that's why I'm cool telling stories about me getting rejected or getting turned down by a chick or getting broken up with or whatever the story is that I have. I got a lot of funny stories about chicks, but I look at it like those were all life lessons for me. I learned from them. I grew from them. And I had a damn good time when I look back at my stories with chicks because they're all kind of funny. I hope to all the girls out there that know me, that watch this, like, I don't feel like I ever had a bad interaction with anybody. Like, sure, I might have been a dick at times, but I usually apologized for it. And ultimately, I felt like whoever I interacted with, negatively or positive, not just with chicks, but with anybody in life, I think one thing that I can take from it, whether it was a negative or positive experience, is I hope we both grew from it. Is nothing personal with that person. And I keep moving forward with my life. And maybe there'll be a cool full circle moment where we get to reconnect someday. So that's my spiel from getting played for these brains by a female. And that's today's story. Hope everybody's well. Talks with Tom. I was riding around town thinking to myself,